evening, and good morning, wherever you may find yourself at this very, very moment. I think TikTok is not complete yet. It's still loading. Is it on the this thing? Is it on the router?
Okay, so
Good. Now we are set. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may find yourself at this very moment. This is a ReVodution Voodoo Education African Magic Temple. We're transmitting from Hohwe, from Paloma Hills this afternoon. We came down to Hohwe to a funeral, and we using the opportunity to transmit from here. So we are not in our normal domain, but we are doing our best to bring this to you live. Thank you all very much for coming. And today is a very special day for ReVodution and for ReVodution fans, and we'll be going into that later. I'm going to pour libation, and after the libation, we can go ahead and send in your questions, your comments, and your answers as well. I'm very grateful that you are all waiting patiently. Oh, meduago zieto. O me yoma uga sogbolisa, me yoma uga kitikata, me yoma uga ese joto ame joto, ese nanu ame, ese tenanu ame. Woman of heavy, doku no heavy. Woman of heavy maybe ananu, doku no heavy or benau, doku no heavy maybe ananu, ma woman of heavy or benau. A senya maybe anu got a numa maybe anam say I believe. Ngogwe maybe anani pakle vinyo, kwelo on your lap, you know. May all Shemham for a show, Pesemi for a show, but meduago. May your Abraxas. May yours Yadreco Duago, yet Adreto Vimacura, Veso, 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 Cameo Meduago. May your Mianos or Gia, and you so Kakachicas, Bashiatre. Nella Fabina Golden appear, when you're going to Hono Mayora Kelo, when you're in Bamajo Flora for playing Bamanduadica, when you believe a Mateculo, Etecu, Etega, Magano Vetona of Venyaglo, Abanegage, Eveme. Mia when you feel. Bunge, Mayora Kelo. Oh, my, a kind, but you have a kind, or a kind, a kind, a kind, trouble, a kind, you a kind, if you have a kind, man, you are tower, a kind, a girl, a kind. Well, if I remember, had your door, lock of Labamadojo, if you talk about Robert Dojo, Miami Nuda, Miami Hog Bow, Miami Bewa, Miami Cap Walk, Pamio, Zango, Miami Preview, Kemia Hog Beselo, you're a cocoa, Jock Pata, John Macu, a fucking volume, your chimney, Voodoo, and very cocoa, quite for me, job when you hear it. Donc when you meto na ya molo mojo to anu kware pe venyi le pe mbeto ba tu so kle bu mo no te fere ka jo pata ba yeli afi ejo vo ba jo yin jo pata o pe fia jo pata metro na megbeda molo abi fagbe elie di na jo pata na no anyi afemia ajo lo jo pata yin ya te fe me yo wa mesi me gbo jiri to to gbe de nte aba pelu ti zugbolu ajima ogboju pe lo do ja lo fe ko me valentine fa me lo va alo jona pefu ago sapa teme yo Ati gali me yo guru du me ra ken Allah afia. E me yo me ga sese geja. Papa sese. Sese to be geje. Anda halo. O me yo brahini me yo bogbochi me yo ngbe me yo foli koko mo ke gomli godo. Kuluche kuma kom langa to bonyo kuto me fana mi. Me yo tonyo kospo kwa kuye yo no nyemere akoso go kufunyo ko geje. Tasinya amo si fusi jam koso abra kobra mama nye gbojo emba. To bonya go kufi to bonya kubia mensa mama nye doro epe ngbe pekuno. Kuto me fana mi. Me penye Celestine ya wakubia Catherine akubia fonya sense kwa fonya ya obe na kubia. Ekuto me fana mi lo. Me yo mi asoro e wo mbotu cha chupe akubia Cecilia akpena e ka tepe mensa kuto me fana mi. Me yo wo no tuji bako tuji tawe tuji me yo la kinikini hasa kwa nchi da bara subara bonana o kuto me fana ko gongo. Me yo bako ada fili so fa hu wa bovi bako afacha wa jogde hu no hu le va kwa hu le gbe ya ga to gbe ma ze kuto me fana mi. Togbe na ni tre tu le jita togbe Abraham jivenu le chame togbe fiato Simon Kavila benyina si Daniel vie kwa marela agbaro kuto me fana mi. Me yo amaga koku anatovi akaima bako kuto me fana olo me yo happy akoso abaji kuto me fana mi gong. Me yo Harrison George Ajovu me yo boko komla azuma agbovi kuto me fana me yo tre vivio me yo brahini vio geje vio kubia vio gbe vio po jimle bachonya ngwate shi matema to kule venu pete kuto me fana mi me yo abochi sakraka me chwa pa ya dogo ukoto koliro nko kunuma kuwa gbere ngbere to be yo alecho ofran tamani ofifini nkwa bisinkra okofito jabaku ocho tu akofi ocho he kofi atra me yo mi abete table godogo ahana mi lo me yo to gbe ahugba to mo gba vodu to tora ko ibu manya za pasa gidi kunyo koto ko shinyo koto kere ku mo yo mi nya tepe mi awele ngogbo me ya yo nyi me no ngogbo na me kada mo awuli dafa me cha papa gbe preview wa dape me yo mi ara me yo sasalo benu peta mo no abo adru fo hara na mi ope pete me yo aklama me yo gogli yo ji oto nu pe me yo ra keke me yo afana gonu afagbo majezo ku pepe to me so le me dakpa bi me yo pali gbe meji eku meji wole meji di meji lo so meji ngoli meji abla meji akla meji gunda meji sa meji ka meji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pali che tula me yo Club video kan fu ato ba do bo ma to ba de nya de ma fu ne di lo dagbe ama se simple gbe di ngogbo yi ji ma fu lo asine di do never ago ne di mi abe poro mi odo mi potane mi chasi mi potane mi de sro mi potane mi jivi mi potane no se anu mi awore mi potane go egbere ganye kosra mi Africa Magic Temple play the ReVodution Voodoo be transmission wala ho le fie ko mele mi apete yo mi adasi asimena mnemo we ma potane godo me yo to gbe kligo hoko tichia yo ra ke yo to gbe grimdo be pochoji mo fu abeja no be ko ko chine yo ra me yo pechu banyamli kwa haraka mi apete ape me Voodoo engba eji me vale fi be Voodoo be apeto ko die matera haraka mi apete dagbe lo me we mi potane lo chinedi. Yes, we are ready to go, and today I'm going to, first of all, I will use this very moment to welcome and to thank all ReVodution Voodoo education fans that today they have found that Sena Voncujovi is today 30 years old. And we are here in the Voda region at his ancestral hometown. We went this morning to pray at my father's house, and we are back to where we are lodging, and we are planning to celebrate his day for him. So happy 30th birthday to Sena Yao Bokor Sena Yao Voncujovi, your what do you call it, digital creator. Yeah. So somewhere along the way, I'm going to let Sena come and also talk a little bit to you people, and we'll take it from there. We have a Toby Jibezan Sesoka saying greetings and greetings and good day, Papa Bokor Enuledo. Bokor Jibezan Enuledo. America Medena Nudo. How are you? Hope you are doing fine. I hope you and everyone are well, and happy birthday to your son Toby Sena. May the ancestors and the Voodoo continue to bless and protect him. Thank you very, very, very much. We are very grateful for that, Tobe Jibeza. And we are in the Volta region, so once I get to Accra, we are starting your team. So thank you very much. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. May the ancestors and the gods of our fathers continue blessing you and bring you back on the path that you so much love, so that all that is disturbing you will give up. That I tell the children to keep quiet, otherwise I will lock them inside that room. They won't come out until I finish my program. Yes, let's go. Let's that's on YouTube. We are on ReVodution, Voodoo, education. We have Kadi Fisher there. Say greetings, Papa and AMT family. Hello, Kadi. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And Kadi said, "Happy birthday, Sena Voncujovi." It's okay. Everybody is wishing you a birthday. Thank you very much, Kadi. And how are you? How is Angie and everybody? My regards to Cameron and everyone. Hey, if you got non-stop in one place, either I will lock you outside or I will lock you inside. Let's go. So we have Sana Kwame, who earlier, 29 minutes ago, do we have anything as Soul Days Herbs? I'm not sure. What do you mean by Soul Days Herbs? We have in Voodoo, I don't know whether they have anything like a Soul Days Herbs, but maybe because a lot of people have different cultures, and it depends on the culture you are coming from. People may say if you are born Monday, maybe there's a herb that you are supposed to be using, but I have not learned that from my fathers, and I have not learned it from anywhere yet. I don't know, but there's possibility. But I know that we have herbs for when you are initiated into Ifa or Afa. There are certain ballings, they have certain herbs. But then for Soul Days herbs, I am not very familiar with that. And then we have a Paul Aklika. Say bravo. Hello, Paul. How are you? Thank you very much for being here. I'm grateful. And then we have our brother in Canada, Dinendra Tomar, saying hi. Hello, Dinendra. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I think that's what we have now. We fetch some of the. Okay, Dinendra Tomar is saying happy birthday to you, Sena. Thank you very much. So, yeah. And Dinendra also say hello and good day on TikTok, right? African Magic Temple. Okay, thank you very much, Dinendra. I say happy birthday to you. Then we have Kokolo. I say hello, Baba, and the team. Hello, Amina, how are you? Thank you very much. And then Edem is saying hello, Papa. Hello, Edem, how are you? Thank you all very much for joining today's session. Please post in your questions, and I will try to answer. And we have our big sister, Luna Nicole, a blessing, Papa and AMT family. I'm grateful to join today's section. I hope everyone is well. Yes, big sister, we are all well. And how are you? Hope you are also well. Thank you. We are transmitting from the village, from my ancestral home. That's where we are today. Thank you very much. Then we have a Republic of South Africa, 008 or RSA 008 showing as signs. And thank you very much. And we have Rabbi, Power of God. Let me see. Power of Rabbi Poe. I think power is what they wanted to write. Power of God. They say, good evening, Papa. I hope you are doing well. Yes, Rabbi, we are doing very well, and I hope you are also very well. You are all welcome to the program. Today, we are not going to do a very long program because, one, we are not at our home base, and second, we are going to celebrate Sena's birthday. So we'll be doing a very short program, and from there, we can, maybe next week, Sunday, we will be at our base and we'll be able to do things. And thank you very much, everyone. So since we don't have any questions as at the moment, I'll use this moment to talk about Senna, who formed ReVodution, Voodoo Education, before African Magic Temple came online to start to transmit and teach. It was actually the idea of Senna who did all that. Senna was born 30 years exactly today. He was born a little bit a premature baby, very, very, very small, like a bottle of a beer bottle size. And then he had to be put inside the incubator for almost 2 months. And then finally, we brought him home, and he started growing and growing. And slowly, he has now reached 30 years, and I'm very happy that the ancestors, the gods of our fathers, and all you people, good people out there, had all been supportive of him, and he's been here, is here today. And last week Sunday, I didn't know anything, and before I will go on the program, Senna just arrived from nowhere. I wasn't expecting him. He just came all the way from China to come and visit me, and today he is here with us. And we have a Koklo say happy birthday, Senna. That's Amina there. Thank you very much, Amina. How are you? Hope everything is you have well with you. I am grateful. Thank you very much. We have Candy Fisher as a papa. We are here celebrating Torafe Williams' birthday as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's great. Wow. So Torafe is also born around Senna's birthday. Oh, Senna is rather born around Torafe's birthday. Oh, thank you very much, Kadi. And my greetings to Angie and all your sisters, and to Torafe Williams. I say happy birthday to him. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And then we have Sila Ameji, my daughter-in-law, there saying happy birthday, Uncle Senna. May the ancestors keep blessing you. Yes, thank you very much, Sila. We are very grateful that you joined us. How is our Princess Fanyo? Hope everyone is well. I hope she's fine. Thank you very much. Okay, so Kokolo is saying, thank you, Baba. I'm well. Thank you. And thank you to Amina. I'm grateful. Okay, we have Sila Ameji, my daughter-in-law. They say, good evening, Papa. Hope you are all doing fine. I have a question. Please, do we ever do soul travel too? And what at all is soul travel? That's a very good question. What is at all is soul traveling? The Eves don't do soul traveling, so me, I don't even know it for all these years that I've been doing spirituality and learning from different people. We don't hear anything about soul traveling. It's the people who are smoking ayahuasca. They are the ones who are talking about soul traveling. We in Ewe Vodu or every traditional spiritual practices, we do not use intoxicants or we don't use hallucinogenic drugs or plants to push ourselves into spirituality. The I is rather the spirit. When you are doing things, the spirit itself comes and embodies your body or get possession of your body or travels inside. But you traveling outside to soul traveling, we don't do it in every traditional spirituality. As I spoke, as I said last week, there are so many people mixing Chinese, Hindu, and all other kind of spiritual practices and calling it Ewe Vodu. It is not. Ewe Vodu, we don't have any soul traveling. And in reality, I don't even know what is the soul traveling. Myself here, I don't know which one is the soul traveling. Because some time ago, somebody told me that every night, she came on my program, every night she was astral traveling. So astral traveling to where? That's the first question. Oh, you are dreaming, you are dreaming and say you are astral traveling. So anytime people are dreaming, that's what they call astral traveling. Then I don't know. So, Sila, there is nothing like soul traveling in every traditional spirituality or in every voodoo. It doesn't exist. If it will come tomorrow, then that is. But today, we don't have anything called soul traveling. As I said earlier, it's when you get possessed, when there are certain voodoos, when they invoke them or they are doing their rituals, or even dead people, even like yesterday, my cousin that was buried, they said on the Friday night, she possessed about 3 people already during her dawn, wake keeping. And she came upon people and she was speaking through people already before she was buried on Saturday. So that kind of things happen in every spirituality where a dead person's spirit will enter into a living person and start talking and trying to communicate. And also sometimes voodoos or spirits also will enter people and speak during serious high charge spiritual practices or rituals. But soul traveling is not something that is common, or I have not really heard about it in Ewe Vodu yet. It may be there, but maybe I have not come across it yet. Thank you very much for that beautiful question. What again is there? I think there was something. I think that's all that it is for now. And then we have on TikTok, we have a big Hima is at Koklo, okay. And then Rabbi Power of God is saying, please, Daddy, where is your location at Accra? We are on the Spinters Road. We are on the Spinters Road. Rabbi came, I say, at Rabbi Power of God. He's at Spinters Road. Yes, exactly. We have our telephone number in our profile, and you can easily pick the number. If you want to see us, you can book an appointment. I'm very grateful. And then we have Jerry Go say, I need your help, sir. We are here, so tell us what you need, and we will direct you what to do. Thank you very much. Then DJ for real is saying good evening, good evening. Well, Kofi, move the listen. Good evening, sir. Hello, Evans. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's session. We are very grateful to you. And then we have Overboss and following the host, Na Obiele Dromo, joining the listen. Thank you all very much for joining. Please send in your questions, and I am here to try to answer them for you. And Sila Meji is saying, hey, I think that when I spoke about that there's nothing like that in Ewe, or maybe my cousins possessing people, whichever. We have Stephen Nee Ate on TikTok say, please, I want to know more about myself. So I go about it. If you want to know more about yourself, is to try to find out about yourself. And if you don't know how to do it, find a spiritualist, a traditional spiritualist who know what he's doing, and they will tell you how you can learn about yourself. And we have Bokor Shamba Musa. Oh no, then we have Rabbi Power of God said, please, I want to receive Afa. Please, what are the procedures? If you want to receive Afa, first thing is to find a Bokor who knows, who has Afa, who knows how to help you or initiate you into Afa. And that Bokor will give you the necessary items and the things to do. Afa ceremonies or initiation usually is between 4 days, 7 days, and 16 or 17 days, depending on the time that your priest will tell you. So you can get it. So you need to contact a priest who is an Ifa priest or a Bokor, as we call it in Ewe. So he or she will be able to direct you and tell you what to do. And we have Bokor Shamba Musa. Say good afternoon, Papa, and happy birthday to Bokor Sena from Bokor Shamba. Thank you very much, Bokor Shamba. And how are you? Thank you, thank you. My regards to your mom, your dad, and your big brother. I'm very grateful. Then we have Odogu Desire. I say good evening, Papa. Hello, Odogu. How are you? Is it Desire or Desiree? I say it's a Desiree. Okay, it's the same in English. It's Desire, but in French it's Desiree. Thank you, Odogu Desiree. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us. And then DJ for real, say, Papa, have they have deceived us for long. Thank you, sir, for the enlightenment. DJ for real, you are welcome, always welcome. Yeah, a lot of people just mixing things and saying all kind of things. Don't mind them. They don't know what they're so traveling. People go to bed, they eat too much before they go to bed, and they get a nightmare. They have nightmare. Then they say they travel and somebody is or they are doing astral traveling and people are chasing them. You are chasing you for where? And then Rabbi Power of God said, please, I want you to do it for me. Please, can I have your contact? Our contact number is in our profile. You can always find it there, and you can contact, and they will give you a direction. Power of God. Thank you very much. I think the YouTube, we don't have people today. Okay, on ReVodution Voodoo, is that our African Magic Temple? ReVodution Voodoo? We are on African Magic Temple. Okay, then we have our sister Zil Harris. Thank you for being here another week, Mr. Bokor. My condolences about the passing of your cousin. Thank you very much, Sister Zil Harris. We are grateful. And then Zil went to say happy birthday, Sena Voncujovi, to you. Thank you very much, Zil Harris. We are grateful that you joined today's section. And Sena will later join the section and talk with you all. I think the last time you were in California, you met Zil. Yeah. She came to pick you up from the airport. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for always being there. Bokor Tutu, and come and sit down. You can ask questions while you are here. We take live questions also. Eh? Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then we have Sila Ameji there, my daughter-in-law, say, Papa, please, what about people who use their right hand to pray to their ancestors and their prayers heard? Oh, yes, people who use their right hands to pray to their ancestors, yes, their prayer can still be heard. Because the truth about it is that it depends on the teacher who taught you about this tradition. My teacher who taught me told me to use my right hand for the Vodus, and because the Vodus are not ancestors. A lot of people make mistake by calling the Vodus and the deities ancestors. They are not our ancestors, so they could be the Vodus or the spiritual guides of our ancestors, but the Vodus are never called ancestors. But a lot of people on social media are making that noise and saying that why are you giving our ancestors things to people? Your ancestors things are not Voodoo, so say you are giving our ancestors away. Voodoo is not your ancestor. Your ancestor is a person who has the same DNA with you, someone who has the same blood lineage that you have. Those are the people we call ancestors, people who had passed on. Vodus are not ancestors. So you can pray to your Voodoo with your right hand or your left hand, Once your Voodoo, they accept it, it's fine. You can pray to your ancestor with your right or your left. Once your ancestors accept your prayer, you don't have any problem. But for me, the teacher who taught me made me to use right for living things that are still living, including the deities and the Voodoos, and then left for things that have passed away, like the ancestors and friends who are dead. So you can pray with your right, you can pray with your left. It does not matter. What matters is that you are kind of remembering and paying homage to your ancestors by pouring libation. Somebody's paying homage to their ancestors is to cross their leg and say they are doing meditation. Somebody's own is to do alakubar. Somebody one is called the God of David, God of Israel, God of whatever. My ancestors did not come from Israel. They come from this village here. So I called the rivers in my village and talk about my ancestors. So that's what it is. So you can pray with any hand, and I believe strongly your ancestors will get it for you. Please put the Clubhouse on. I think, yeah. Then Kadi Fisher said, Papa, we are so grateful to have you every Sunday to teach us the truth. Thank you very much, Kadi. I will be here, and I will be here for long. Thank you very much. I'm grateful that you are all my students, and you continue doing your best and being here every Sunday. It makes me happy. Thank you. Yes. Speak it so that other people also will hear. The microphone is...
okay, dynamic.
Yes.
Okay, so in our tradition, as we've come to meet it, the left hand has been demonized. If you when you go to class and you put up your, when I was growing up in the 90s, put up your left hand, you're the king.
Yes.
You don't eat with your left hand.
Yes.
And so we don't know the reason why. There are different stories as to...
What story do you know?
Well, what I know is that it's used to wipe your
buttocks.
So it's differentiated from the right in that way.
Okay.
For sanitary purposes, I guess.
Yes, but the left hand is more cleaner than the right hand.
I never knew this.
But a lot of people do not know. The reason why, in our culture, why the left hand is not accepted to be used to do things is because it is regarded as the hand of the ancestors. It's regarded as like the hand of that which has already passed away.
Because me, I'm left-handed.
I know. So it's regarded as the hand that is to talk about divine or divinity. That's why I am using left hand to pray to my ancestors. And the reason why I said the left hand is more cleaner than the right hand is that in reality, when you go out, you are using your right hand to shake people, to do things, touch everything. This one is always there. It's only once in a while that you use it to support this one when it comes to cleaning or to hold something together. But so it does not touch many things in reality. That's why when we are giving you black powder to drink, we usually give it to you in the left palm because it's more cleaner than the right. Because the right hand, somebody might have gone to toilet, for instance, and maybe they didn't get proper soap to wash their hands. Okay, then the left is dirty. But you go and shake these people everywhere. Somebody touch something you don't know, you shake them and you continue piling some germs and bacteria in your hand. But then if you don't wash it very well, you think, well, because this one is dirty, so you are eating. So the left hand, the only time that they say it's not clean is because we use it to wipe our buttocks. But after that, most people will wash their hands. So there isn't any big deal. Yeah. So the left is power. As we also, H2CT blogger. You are welcome. For you. You know, there is a saying in our language, every language, that you don't use your left hand to point to your hometown. Where you come from, you don't point it with a left hand. It's an adage by telling you that you don't say bad things about your ancestors or your home. You should always try to get the positive stories and then say. Go. And you can, if you are not left-handed, if you cannot be doing like this to people, the right hand is the pointed finger. It's the one who is telling. Thank you very much, Bokor T, for that question. And then we have a Egbe Toy. I say hello, Papa Bokor. I'm grateful for your sharing. Condolences for your family. Vodus like Orishas. Yes, exactly. Vodus are always called Orishas, Vodus, or spirits. Just like in Yoruba, it is called Orisha. The Eves and the four people we call spirits Voodoo. But then I think in Yoruba you have another word for spirit, which is Aun, which means spirit. That's why the people who deal with Aun are called Babalao. The people Baba Alao, those Baba who has spirit, or Baba who is in charge of spirits, Babalao. But now the Babalao become more like anybody who is initiated into Ifa is called Babalao. But in reality, the word Babalao is talking about people who are Vodusi or who know, or not necessarily Bokor. Yeah, but then in Yoruba it is. So Orishas are like Vodus, or Orishas are the same things like Voodoo, but the Ewe language and the Yoruba language is what makes the difference, but they are the same thing. Because like the Orisha Shango, is it Orisha? You call it Shango is Orisha.
Yes.
Like yes, like okay. So Orisha Shango is called Voodoo Hebiaso in Ewe. It's called Voodoo Hebiaso. But then in Yoruba, you will say Shango, which is an Orisha, but Eves will call Voodoo Hebiaso. So it is also with Ogun. So the Orisha Ogun, we will call it a Gu, Voodoo, as it is called in Ewe. So it is the same thing. It's only that languages are different, and that's all the difference. There's nothing more. It's the same thing. They are the same thing. And then Egbe Toy went on to say, are the ancestors, friends, and orishas and voodoos associated with planets, elements, and chakras? Ancestors are your blood lineages, and orishas and voodoos are associated with nature. Whether thunder is in nature, rivers are natural things that which all form what is God, and chakra is only limited to Hinduism, because we don't have chakras in African traditional spirituality. There is nothing about chakra. Chakra simply means power points in the human body. So when people begin to mix Hinduism and all this thing and other East Asian and Chinese and Buddhist things and put them into Voodoo, it's creating a lot of confusion, because in our traditional spirituality we don't have chakra, because in Hinduism, where we use chakras as energy points or points of power, like for instance in the Muladhara chakra, which is at the base of your spine, which represent the F plane, and then you have the Swadhisthana chakra at the base of your sexual organ, and then we have the Manipura at your navel point, and then we have the Anahata at your chest point, and then we have the Vishuddha chakra at where your Adam's apple is. Then we have the Agya at your where people call the third eye, And then we have the Sahasrara chakra at the crown. Yeah. So we in our African traditional spirituality, we don't deal with chakras, but a whole lot of people are now using chakras to kind of associate them with African traditional spirituality, especially in Voodoo. We deal with nature, the spirits of nature, or spirits in nature. We deal with rivers, we deal with mountains, we deal with plants. Every blade, each and every blade of grass in our tradition has a spirit behind it. And that spirit is what we harness when we put herbs together and harness that energy, and then that energy connect with deities, spirits in nature, and then it is called voodoo. Thank you very much, Egbetoy, for that beautiful question. I'm grateful. Thank you. No, we have to go up. We have Zoe Griffin here. Say thank you for the education. You are very much welcome, Zoe. Thank you for joining us here. We have Bokor called Stone. Say happy birthday, Bokor Sena. Thank you very much, Bokor Eko. We are grateful. And then we have Zoe Griffin here again. Say please, I want to know a Bokor is born, called or made. Okay, I want to know if a Bokor is born, called, or made. If you can explain further, thank you, blessings. Okay, there is nothing called that you have been called or you have been made. We have what we call in our tradition called destiny. And destiny is what place is the final habitat, the final decider of what you are going to become. If you are going to be a thief, it's your destiny who decides. If you are going to be a policeman to catch thief, it's your destiny who will decide. And if you are going to become a pastor or you're going to become a spiritualist, it is your destiny who decide, because your destiny is going to build on what you were in your past life, and that's what is going to bring you out this time. If you had been born, if you had if you had listened to the earlier video, if you have been born by thieves, then automatically when you come into this life, that element of thievery and stealing will be part of your life. Maybe you will not be stealing small things. You can become a politician and then you steal big money. That is, if it is in your bloodline, you will be thief. Sometimes you can even be pastor, but you are thief. You are stealing the people's money. So that is, it's your destiny who decide what work you are coming to do on this earth. That's why it is very good to get initiation, because once you get initiation, you will know exactly what your oracle is and what your destiny is in this world, and then you can become. So when people say they are made and called, most of the time people say that they become pastor. They say it's a calling. Who called you? Where was God before he called you? That's the question most people who said it's a calling cannot answer. But unfortunately, in religion, you cannot argue with them. You cannot ask questions. You are not supposed to ask questions. You are supposed not to think. You just have to accept it and say that is it. Sometimes it's their stomach that was calling them to become pastor because they are hungry. Then they become pastor and they say it's a call. Now, if you become pastor, people are contributing money every Sunday, so you'll be chopping. So it's the stomach that called that one. It's not any God. When you are born to become a Bokor, from the very day you are born, your destiny will place you in a place that you will have the opportunity to meet someone who will teach you or help you or initiate you. That's how it is. It's automatic. You may be born in the house of archbishop, whatever, but because your destiny will want you to learn something about their ways and the ways of this thing, you will have that as your base. And then as time goes on, as you are growing, your destiny will be directing you. Maybe it will be in a nightclub, you meet someone, you are drinking beer or drinking whatever alcohol. And then through that person, you get an information, and then you begin to look for your dream, and you start to get your direction, and truly, you will get it. So it is a destiny who actually direct people to be what they will be in this life. That's why we say that if you know how to handle your destiny, you know how to live your life. So each and every one of us have our destinies cut out for us, totally different. There are some people who may be very bad people in their life or in on the physical plane, but their destiny will just pass them through that, and finally at a point you see that they become very good people, try to help others know the path of truth. So there is nothing like somebody is calling you or this. A bokor can be made, but it is your destiny that will decide whether you can be made and then or not be made. So Zoe Griffin, that's my take on your question. And then Zoe Griffin went and said, happy birthday, Senna Voncujovi. God bless you with more prosperity, fruitfulness, and good health. Thank you very much. Then we have our brother Delali say, and say, good evening, Papa Christopher, please help me understand this. Why is it that in both Anagofa and Polifa, Ledifa from Polijongbe to Sameji are in the same order but differs after Sameji? No, it does not differ. All of them are in order. If your teacher did not tell you well, that's people have been changing Trupe and Ka. They mix it. There is the police are from Jogbe, Yeku, Woli, Di, Loso. Loso. Wonli, Loso, Wonli, Abla, Akla, Guda, Sa, Ka, Trupe, Tula, Lete, Che, Fu, and in Ewe Fa, you get Che Tula as the last one. So a lot of people have been making a mistake of putting Trupe before Ka. There are so many old Bokors when you tell them that is not the same. Because moment such a Bokor put the junior one before the elder one, when that Bokor does things for you, it will not work. Because the Orishas or the police or the mages or the Odus that are Meiji, they come in according to hierarchy. One is older than the other. So if you mistakenly put the junior one as the eldest, then whatever you are going to do cannot come out correctly because you missed the whole thing. So that is what is probably what you are talking about. But Lete and all this thing, at least in Anago and Anagofa and our Jisa, it is in that what do you call it, in that sequence. But somehow I have seen Bokors who have been good Bokors, I would say, in this bed. When they throw, they are making mistake of Ka and Trupe. And when you correct them, they cannot understand because that's what their teacher taught them. And that teacher means the teacher didn't know. And if you refer them to books, even they will not agree because it's like they just want, that's what they were told, so that's what they do. Like the sheep, when one jump, another one will also jump, even if there's nothing there. If they get there, they'll be jumpy. So it is always in sequence. Nothing changes from both Anago and Bolifa. Thank you for Delali say for that. We have on YouTube, we have Bokor Nuku Ameyibo. Say, Papa, good afternoon, Bokor Enuledo. Wanted to say happy birthday to Bokor Sena. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to leave here small so Bokor Sena can now come and then you people can be talking with him. He will be reading, and if anywhere I will have to say, okay, let me go from leave this one here. And Koklo say, what is the difference between hoodoo and voodoo and juju? Hoodoo is not from Africa. Hoodoo is something that was made in the diaspora, especially in America, where they mix Christianity and other things, and they call it hoodoo. Initially, I didn't understand until I started asking, and they told me that's what they call hoodoo. It has no meaning to us here. But the word voodoo means that which gives freedom to a community, Voodoo. Which anything that gives freedom to a community is called voodoo or voodoo or voradu. So it gives freedom. So that is it. Juju is also a mixture of whatever people call juju. The word juju actually is a French word which found its way into our culture, because when the French colonized our people, they were told, the priests were told not to play. They should discourage our ancestors from playing with those dolls, the jujus. They should, it's a French word, dolls. They should discourage them from playing with the juju. So slowly, it has become juju. So voodoo and juju, there is no difference between them. They are the same thing, only in language. That's it. So then we have big sister Luna Nico. Papa, do you have any spiritual words of encouragement or instruction for those of us in America? I don't know how to answer, big sister. I don't know how to answer your question, but when you say words of encouragement, instruction, okay, words of encouragement will be: you are already here, you are listening, you are asking questions. You use it to build yourself up. For initiation, maybe when I come to the US, then those who want to do initiation into Voodoo, I can help do, but I cannot do a far initiation in the US because I don't have any Bokor that has all the necessary things for me. But if you talk about Vodus, I can do. And Senna may also be coming to the US, or when he comes to the US, he can come to do initiations for those who want to do initiation but cannot come all the way down to the motherland, to Ghana or to Africa to do. We can, when we are in the US, we can do. That's the word I can say. So have patience. Keep asking questions, and maybe when the opportunity comes, will come. Now that Trump say he doesn't want people to come to America, we don't know. So thank you very much, big sister. Keep trying. You will get here one day, I know. And then we have Engineer Graham Kojo Jane. I mean, Wilberforce say good evening, ATM, AMT, not the ATM machine. We are not cash card. We are not cash. It's AMT, African Magic Temple. Kojo, thank you. Then Luna Nicole at Kojo Graham Wilberforce say yes. Then we have Abbas Yama. Say good day, sir. Hello, good day. And then Abbas Yama at Abbas Yama. Good evening. Good evening. And then Engineer Graham KG Wilberforce say happy birthday, Bokor China. Okay, thank you, Kojo. Thank you very much. Your brother is 30 years old. Very soon you will be 30 years old. So do your best. That's my son in where? Hungary. Yeah. My son, he is the one who follows Senna before Pele. Yeah. Graham, Engineer Graham Kojo Wilberforce. Yeah. Then we have Mark saying, sir, my question is a little broad, but minimal. Are spirits limited? Yes, spirits are limited. spirits also are in hierarchies. There are some spirits we call elementals, and then we call some other spirits that are masters. The elemental spirits are limited to some point, whereby the master spirits also are higher and in everything. So yes, spirits are also limited. Even you have a very small spirit, for instance, you have a spirit that you want to go and meet the Bank of Ghana manager, and the spirit you have, and the bank manager has a spirit bigger than your own. You cannot influence him. So spirits are limited also. They can be limited. That's why sometimes you send a spirit, it cannot do the work. Then you have to come and get other spirits and add to them to assist that spirit, or go to a spirit that is more powerful or stronger, or has had a lot of experience to do the work. So spirits also are limited depending on the category of the spirit. Because if you, for instance, if you take a spirits like undines, I think you people know what are undines. Okay, undines are also a group of spirits who operates in water. We have Nost, which operate on land. And then we have salamanders, which also operates in fire. So, and then there's the other one is sylphs. They are spirits that operate in air. So if you are taking a salamander spirit to go and work in Undine, it is it's difficult because of the water and fire. So you need to know the combinations of these things. As time goes on, you people will learn. It's not that it's these are things I learned thousands or hundreds of you back and brought them back this lifetime. So you have to know the category of spirit that you are going to send to do what. Because there's like a Hebiaso, which is thunder. There are certain things that Hebiaso Voodoo can do, and there are certain things that Hebiaso cannot do. Because if you have Hebiaso to go somewhere and the person also put there's a tree called a flufe. It's on this road. I showed the. If you put that tree on your roof, thunder can never strike your house. Even if they send thunder there, it can never. And that tree is a very short, small tree, but they get power over thunder. So that means thunder is limited when it comes in face to face with that particular energy of that tree. So spirits also are limited. Thank you very much, Mark, for that question. And then we have Diago William. Say, Father, tell me more about your bracelet on your hand. The bracelet on my hand is called the bracelet of Togbe Jokpata. Togbe Jokpata is a deity in my shrine that I work with, and he asks us to use the Chamba Ga to represent him. So when you are initiated into Togbe Jokpata, then you have this as a connection between yourself and him wherever you are in the world. That's what he told me, and that's what I have been using for the past 30-something years. So that's it. So it's a protection bracelet to take you out of situations that will make you uncomfortable. Thank you very much, Diago Williams, for that. And then Luna Nicole says, Juju is a derogatory movie. Let me see. Juju is a derogatory term used for the spiritual practice of the enslaved in the diaspora. Exactly. Thank you very much. And then Engineer Graham KG will say it's an autocorrect. Oh, okay. Okay, you better tell the auto to correct it well. And then Engineer Graham KG at Luna Nicole say hello. Yeah, then Wata is Bokor Line there. Say hello, Papa. Many women in the US call themselves witches. Is that correct for spiritual practitioners? No, it is not a correct word. For us in Africa, or in African traditional spirituality, if you say you are a witch, you are a very bad person. And people will be scared of you, and people don't want to get close to you. Unfortunately, in the diaspora, people thought that when they call themselves, if you are doing anything spiritual, then you are called a witch. No. A witch is someone who uses their spiritual powers to be doing negative things and attacking people in our culture. So if you are using your spiritual power positively to bring life and make people, make things happen for people in a good way, you cannot identify yourself as a witch. If you do identify yourself as a witch, people in our side will be scared of you, because we have seen the things that witches can do. No, it has been happening every day. So please don't ever call yourself a witch. Call yourself as a spiritualist, yeah, or Voodoo or Mani Watasi. No, where are you now? You move. So, okay, so now we are done with Lynette, Bokor Lynette, and how are you? And what's the name of her husband? Eh? Bobby, yes. My regards to Bobby. Thank you very much for doing. And then Mark says, my question is a little broad, but we have answered that already. And then Mark, I appreciate your honesty, sir. Thank you very much too. And Mark said, can any spirit operate without human assistance? Yes, sometimes. Spirits are also in nature, they can also operate without human assistance. But most often, it is a spirit that wants to work with human beings will come into a particular person's. If they create a voodoo for you, then that spirit will embody it, so that the spirit wants to work with human and work with this. But spirit can operate without human assistance. Yes. And then we have Diago Williams saying, Daddy, can I get my bracelet from our house, Togbi Shikpi? I don't know, because I am not part of Togbi Shikpi place. So if you want, if they give you bracelet from there, fine. Like, that's not Jokpata. That is not Jokpata, because Jokpata is only a voodoo in my shrine. You cannot find it anywhere else. So if they give you this in your shrine at the Tokbe Shikpi at your place, fine. But then that is not called Jokpata. The one that I am wearing and my children and my team wears is called Jokpata. Many other people use the Chambaga to represent here, this one. They have to move it. No. They have to move the arrow to join the center there. Is it free? A freezer. Okay, it's coming. Said used to do it from the bottom. It has gone through now. Thank you, Bokor. So if your shrine can give you a bracelet, but it will not be called Jokpata. Jokpata is my voodoo, and it has directed me to use this to represent. Thank you very much, Diego Williams. And then we have Charity Sano. Daddy, please tell me about junctions. I don't know anything about junctions. I'm sorry. Okay. We on Africa Magic Temple. We have a Zero Happy say, when are you coming to the US? I'm not very sure now, but I hope I will. But if I'll go, I may. I don't know even where I will be, but I may come. I'm not sure when. When I have something to do there, then I will inform you people. Then I can come. And then Zil Harris said, what city? I'm not very sure yet. It depends on who is inviting me, and then that's where I'll be. Yeah, thank you. And then we have Sena Kwame. Do we have anything as a Soul Days help? No, I don't know anything about it. I have answered this question earlier. I don't know anything about soul helps. And then we have the analysis, say, Papa, from the explanation you gave me related to my question, I noticed that from one Bokor, and when I corrected him, he insisted that what I was saying rather was wrong. No, many Bokors also make mistakes, so don't just look at any Bokor and think that they are just all the same. There are some of them who do not know it. I must say this, as some of the things that some people do that brings confusion in African spirituality. You are very right, Delali. Say happy birthday to you, Bro Sena. May your ancestors guide you and be with you. Thank you very much, Delali. Say, yeah, people. A lot of Bokos make mistake, but if you as a novice, you have no idea. So when you are saying it, you cannot know, and they will do things, and when the results will come out negative because they have made a mistake in arranging the police according to their seniority. So once you use let's say Poli Jogbe fall for someone, and you are saying that Yeku, because in the story Yeku is older than Jogbe, but when it comes to arrangement, Jogbe become older than Yeku. But then you say, oh, because Yeku is older than Jogbe in the story, so Yeku should be the winner. Then you miss the whole thing. Yeah. So thank you very much, Delali, say for that. I'm grateful for that question. We are all learning. Then we have Tavian Green. So what makes Voodoo different from the Fa, Ewe, Fon, and so on? Because Afa is Afa, and Ewe people are Ewe people, and Four people are Four people. They are not all the same. We are all different people, but we do almost the same thing. And the names calling is different. You see, like you call it Voodoo. We Ewe people, we don't call it Voodoo. We call it Voodoo. But because for language is mostly nasal, so that's why you see Voodoo. Yeah. When we say which is blood, they will say So for language is more nasal. That's why this in, but they are doing almost the same thing, but the pronunciations and all the same. The pronunciation doesn't stop it from happening, because that's how the spirit that they are working with. That's why he hears it, and that's how they work. Okay, so Sena Kwame said we preach against our ancestors when we were Christians. Now that our eyes are open, are they not angry with us? And if they are angry, what should we do? Your ancestors are not angry with you. They will never be angry with you. If they want you to hear about them, they'll put, if you are not doing anything about them, what they will do is that they'll put a problem in front of you. And then when you want to solve that problem, you hear from them. That's what the spirit works, and God works. That's how it is. Sometimes God wants to bring you back to the track. He will put a challenge in front of you, and when you are about to solve that challenge, then you know why this challenge. So now, come and sit here now, and then you can. So now Senna will come and talk for a while. Let me relax my voice.
Hello to everybody. Happy Sunday. Joining you live from Hawkwire, Volta region. It happens to be my birthday today. I'm very happy about that. It was also about 10 years since the start of ReVodution. And I remember we did a big part of the shooting here in Hawkwire that time, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. That time, yeah, and that time Kofi and Seram were very young. I was 20. Kofi Seram were 8. You know,
It's okay.
10 years old and 8 years old respectively.
This is the first time I'm sitting inside this seat.
Survive.
Do you have any questions for us since you guys are here?
There's questions on there.
Which one? Okay, Papa, do you think it's true and a person who was initiated
You
to
have to
Ifa
read
Egbe.
it aloud so that the other people can
And
hear.
Egbe can learn from Afa divination class. Papa, do you think that it is true guidance that the person who was initiated into Ifa and Egbe can learn from Afa divination class? Why not? There are people, so many people are from Ifa line learning Afa, and also from Afa line learning Ifa. Ifa is very diverse, so you can learn from anywhere. Ms. Kadi Fisher says, yes, Papa, we can't wait to receive you here in the USA.
Them is a trap to
You should cool down.
make it easy for us.
Trump is not easy.
There are questions there.
Bokor China, is Afa really spiritual or higher abilities and rapid calculations? Afa is spiritual. It is also calculations.
So
This Arena, happy birthday, Senna. Thank you very much.
can Alpha be broken down on a quantum, from a quantum perspective?
I think so.
But Alpha is it is already a quantum physics, because someone in America is sick and having problem. Then you who are in Ghana, you have not even met the person before, and then the Alpha is able to tell from reading to tell what the person's problem is, and give you guidelines and say that do this, do that, and the person's problem will be over. And then while you follow the directives of Afa, and before you know, the problem is solved. So that what is the quantum? Why it's not quantum?
You know, I wonder how people perceive what you're saying, because you're saying like it's like immediate, but it is immediate. But this isn't the reality we understand, that we live by. So what you say,
when you say immediate, I don't understand what you mean by it.
It's like when you look for the results, you'll get the results.
Definitely.
Yes. That's not the world we live in. The world we live in is not result oriented. It's like, just like people have cancer, they'll give them enough to let them survive to an okay age, and then they die.
Yeah.
But you can actually find the solution to the cancer.
Okay, I get your point. Means that whatever people are doing is not solution oriented. It's a profit oriented world to live in. If I can cure you and you will not come back to me, do you want me to go hungry forever? No, let's face reality.
Yeah. Right.
Right? If you give me, I give you a cutlass that you can use forever. You will be using it to cut. Well, so my factory will not produce again. A cutlass must be working and then break somewhere along the way, or that's it, to go, and then when it breaks and goes, then you look for a new one. You buy a fan. In the olden days when we had the Grunding and all these German machines, you know, they last forever. But today we have machines that, and have you been hearing about the factory of Grunding again? Grunding, there's this German electronic company used to make good. Are they very popular again? Yeah, they are no more popular again, because the world that we live in now, they don't make those lasting machines or things anymore. You have to make things that will break down so that the people will come back. Even our mechanics who fix our car, they don't fix it to last forever. They fix it so that you drive it for a while, then it spoil. Then when it spoils, you come back to the workshop, he too will get something to chop. And that's how life is going. So the quantum of fat is there, but you know, like you talk about cancer. Cancer can be cured only when they detect it very early. Okay? When they detect it very early, it can be cured through surgery and sometimes through, what do they call it? Chemo. But the problem is that a lot of times it is not detected early. And it will have done its havoc and damages before people will know that it's cancer. And then most often to the black people, we don't go to hospital until we are sick. If you are not sick, you are not going anywhere. You just think. But for some people, they will say, okay, even though they are not physically sick, they will go for a checkup to see every year to see what's going wrong in their life. There was a time my wife had a lung cancer. So she went to Japan and they did a MRI and they detected that they have some small disease inside which could be cancer. We're not very sure. They wanted to do surgery. And she came back to Ghana and we had to do some rituals, herbal these things for her. We did all those things and later, okay, let me sit here so that you can also come closer so that people can be seeing you. And then we did that one, and what happened? Our dog, my wife's favorite dog, called Coco, we have to put the powder on the dog. And so the dog took the sickness. So the dog we took the dog to the vet, they did operation, and it became okay later and lived on. My wife went back to Japan, and the point they saw in the disease vanished.
Really?
Yes. These are things that physically happen. It's not like a dream. So, but if that cancer had progressed to a higher state, it would be difficult to cure because by that time it would have damaged most veins and all this. So you cannot do anything about it. So cancer is curable only if it's detectable or they detect it very early. But most of the time, it becomes very bad before they detect them and it is not helping. That's what it is. But there are certain challenges that are more spiritual than physical, and you can handle it that way. Yeah. But you know, our people, because of the way we were brought up by Christianity and maybe religion in general, we tend not to act early on anything we try to believe than to physically act. Because even in African traditional spirituality, when the problem is detected, usually the problem is detected before it happens on the physical plane. But a lot of people, they wait until the things are happening before they start running to look for solution. But when you do a reading is like scanning the person's life, the future, past, present. They scan it. But when it scans you, it's going to tell you that there is this possibility that this thing is coming. That's why when we do a far reading, we have the plus and the circle. The plus is saying that it is happening already. When it is the circle, it is saying that the thing is yet to come, it's on the way coming. Every sickness that people get sick of or from, it starts from the psychic plane, from the spiritual plane. Sometimes some people who are lucky could have dreams that they had a dream and somebody was giving them injection, or they had a dream and they were in the hospital, or they were having dreams and something was happening. Some people have that thing. But instead of finding out what is the meaning of this dream, what should I do, people just wait until the thing descend into the physical plane and just start affecting the physical body. Your spiritual body is always the one that gets the information first. So if you don't know how to handle that effect, or whatever the spiritual body was feeling, it will gradually descend onto the physical body and start happening. That's why it is good that once in a while a person, either you go to hospital for normal medical checkup, and also once in a while you should do a reading, a checking, to see what is happening in your life, or so that you can prevent it coming onto the physical plane. Yeah. Most of the time when you tell people, they think that you, the Bokor or the priest, you want to make money out of them, so they don't take it serious until the things start happening, like a case that happened yesterday. No, this morning. There was a lady we did a reading for before coming to here. The day we were coming, we did a reading for her online. And I told her that there's do you have any problem with your husband? She just got married about not even 1 month ago. And I asked her, did you have any problem with your husband? She said no. Do you have any problem with anybody? She said no. There was a problem, we discussed it, and that's okay. Then she became sick after the marriage, and seriously sick. She couldn't move. She came from the US to do the but she became sick. So we did the reading, and we told her that there is a problem coming, which is bringing shame, and there's going to be a separation. And this is a marriage that, let's say 3 weeks, they did marriage. How can I talk about separation and divorce within 3 weeks? So she heard it, but of course she didn't really take it serious. This dawn, she called me that I'm sorry to call you this time, but something is happening. What is happening? The man has taken another woman. Yeah. She has done the marriage. She's supposed to be going back. She hasn't gone back yet. She'll be leaving very soon. But the man has already taken another woman over there. So what do you think is going to happen? It's going to bring a shame to her, because all that she has invested time to come and all this thing. Yes, it has started happening. But when I told her, it's like it hasn't happened. So it's like, oh, this is just something. And there are so many other things like that when you do a reading, or you did a reading, and then things appear, and instead of the people trying to do the necessary thing to block what the spirit world has seen from happening on the physical plane, they wait. And by waiting, you are just delaying your own problem. It will come. And when it starts coming, then you start running around like a headless chicken. You don't know where to find solution. So our tradition is very much into quantum physics than what people would even imagine. Because we can see it before it will happen on the physical plane. Okay, so we have a big sister Luna Nico says, Senna, what could you say to those of us who want to learn but have no direct contact to a Bokor? Okay, big sister Luna Nicole, the learning process is this. The only difference that you don't have now is the initiation. And then once a Bokor comes around, you can initiate. People also go to Cuba, which is not far, but recently I think our president, Mr. Trump, has decided that Cuba too will be banned from getting visa to come to US. I think Cuba is among the list of the countries that he just banned 3 days ago or 4 days ago. So, yeah, but your time will come. I think you just keep praying to your ancestors to open the doors. The doors will open for sure. And then Kokolo also, Bokosena is glowing. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. Then we have Most High. Say, Daddy, please, good evening. Please, this is Marcelo. Say hello, my big man. How are you? Thank you for joining the session. How is Diana and the children? I hope you are all doing well. Thank you for joining today's section. I'm grateful. And then Big Sister Luna Nicole Sena, do you believe there is a connection between chronic illness and negative destiny? Yes, there is. That happened to my grandson just not too long ago. And when did we do the 7? February. My grandson had been having this asthma attack or asthmatic attack. But then when they go to the hospital, they don't see that he's asthmatic. But once in a while, this happened and it started becoming, first it started with convulsion when he was small. Then we were able to tackle that. Then now it became asthmatic and he is sometimes choking and their mother has to be going to sleep at the hospital for days just to get him. See? So Senna did a reading for the mother to see what exactly was going on. And it showed in the reading that it was a negative destiny, a 7 of Bechivon, which was disturbing him. So immediately I had to do his negative destiny rituals. And since we did the negative rituals from February to now, he is okay. Nothing has happened again. And even the doctors are saying, oh, they believe the medicine they gave him is working. It's not doctor. It's not doctor. It was on a different level. Because they have been going to the doctor for so long. It was becoming too much and we were all becoming afraid. Because sometimes he's like he's dead. Yeah, so, but now he's okay. And once we try to avoid dusty places and all this thing, he's okay. Now he goes to school too. He's not getting any attack from school anymore. But it was just the negative destiny. Bechivon 7, that's all that we did in Aklamavoy. And then that thing has gone. So there is a connection with chronic illness and negative destiny. That's why everyone should learn about destiny and negative destiny and what to do and what not to do. So Leona Nicholas, if so, do you believe it is reversible? Yes, it is reversible if the oracle is able to identify the cause of a problem. Definitely the oracle also teaches or give directives to what to do to reverse it. Yeah. Oracle will not look at, will not see anything and will not give you direction on what to do. It's up to you whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. That's the difference. There are so many people, you will tell them something, they don't take it seriously, don't do it. For us, we will not chase you to come and do it. Because sometimes people thought that when you are calling someone, hey, won't you do this, as if you are hungry, that's why you are calling them. No. If you come to do a reading, it is your own duty to continue to do whatever you will do to change the situation. So that's what we do at our shrine. So everything is reversible, but it depends on you. Thank you very much, Big Sister Luna Nicole. And then we have Aaron, say, Voncujovi, one great man all time. Thank you very much, Aaron. I hope you are fine, and my regards to your dear ones. And then Kokoro said, negative destiny and chronic makes so much sense. Oh, Baba. Thank you very much, Amina. Yes, it is. It is something very serious. And it has happened many times. I've seen it in many, many different people. Once the negative destiny is aligned, the positive destiny tend to become better. Who is this somebody calling me? And then we have no, that one, like it. Then we have Egbert Toy say, happy birthday, Bokosena. Okay, Sena, you are getting birthday wishes from all over. And then we have Divina Amuzu here. Happy birthday, brother Sena. I wish you a long life and a good health. Welcome home. Enjoy your stay, bro. Thank you very much, Divina. We are very grateful that you joined. Hope the children are fine. My regards to your mother and everybody. Then Egbeto is a Bokor Sena and I understanding correctly that when we are praying to the Ifa, it is our ancestors. Alison and I understanding correctly that we can get a bracelet, we can get bracelet voodoo that connects us to our Ifa Egbe. I don't understand the question very well. Bracelets are always done. Bracelets are part of talismans and amulets that are used in our tradition to keep a spirit around you and also to invoke also to invoke whatever change you to invoke the energies that are in nature to guide and protect you. So bracelets, necklaces, herbal baths, and herbal medicines, soaps, perfume oils are all a form of talisman. So if you and Alison want to have a bracelet of any particular spirit that uses bracelet as its amulet, then that's fine. There are some spirits that don't use any bracelet or anything. Some may request you to do a talisman made out of leather or any other thing. But only thing I have not yet learned is plastic. We have not started making any spiritual thing out of plastic yet. But I realize that the churches will make a bracelet with plastic bracelet, and I don't know what power they put inside plastic that can last. So it's very difficult. But I don't know, maybe the world is changing. But I haven't seen anything in plastic bracelet yet. I see that a lot of people in church, they buy and put and thinking that they will not get sick. You will die. So that is it. And thank you very much for that question, Egbetoy. And then we are now on TikTok, and I have okay, there's nothing there. Change it and let's see. Okay, we are now on YouTube, and we have we have already answered those questions already. Okay, these are new questions here. We have Zoe here saying blessings, Sena. Thank you very much, Zoe. And Kwame Sena also saying happy birthday to Sena. Thank you very much. And we have Richard Clenham Towoli. Happy birthday, Brother Sena. Best wishes. Thank you very much, Richard Clenham. We are grateful. And Zoe Griffin here is saying, please, what's your thoughts on this? Learning from other people's voodoo and adopting them to yours. Any guidance on this? Voodoos are spirits, and spirits in nature are everywhere. They are never limited to a particular culture or a particular tribe. You should learn from anybody who has a real thing to teach you. You don't have to limit yourself that, oh, this one are from my ancestors or from my lineage. That's all that I want to learn. If you want to learn about spirituality, you should have a very broad view and learn from any good spiritualist so that you can be a good spiritualist in the future. That's all that I can say. That would be my take on that. So don't limit yourself that, or because I am a Yoruba, I cannot learn from Ewe people. Or I am Ewe, I cannot learn from Ashanti people or Akans. I am from this place, I cannot learn from there. No, 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 no. Spirituality, no spirit belongs to any culture. They are universal spirits. And whoever is a right person or good person who knows what they are doing and is teaching, and if you think it is very clear and you can understand it, you can learn from them. So don't limit yourself to anything to say, oh, because it is Kabiye, people's thing, I am not from that culture, so I don't want to learn. Spirituality is universal. It is not limited. The unfortunate thing is that not many people have the ability to travel to many places to go and learn. That's why they learn from only their area. But sometimes, some of the voodoos or the spirits that we work with, if you trace their roots, you see that they came from a very far place before they become our own. Like voodoo in Ewe that they call Tigeri, which is actually from the north and maybe beyond the northern Ghana, beyond Burkina, wherever it's called Tigeri. It found its way all down to the south, into the Akans, into the Eves, to everybody. So, Zain, I'm going to beat your buttocks. So you should have a very broad outlook towards spirituality. Don't limit yourself. I who sit here, I'm sitting here and I'm teaching you. I have had my encounters with different spiritualists around the world. I studied in India. I studied in Thailand. I was in Malaysia, and I was in Japan. I studied all around. I did Hebrew Kabbalah, and I did some little Sufism in Islam, all these things. So you cannot limit yourself. If you limit yourself, you only know that angle. And this is the biggest problem we have. A lot of people argue blindly because they don't know what other people have. People thought that the white people do not have voodoo. That's why when they see anybody with a light skin learning voodoo, then our people begin to complain that you are giving our ancestors to other people. Who told you white people do not have voodoo? If white people did not have voodoo, why do they have the word spirit in their dictionary? Now you think the stories that you have been hearing about Cinderella and the 7 dwarfs and is it Cinderella and the 7 dwarfs, and then there is another one that is Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, and then all this. You think that they are just stories. You don't know that those people also know that there's something called dwarf. That's why they wrote the name. If today you are not seeing dwarfs or people are not experimenting or experiencing dwarfs, that does not mean they never existed. They have existed and they still exist. So if you don't know anything about them, you will be saying, arguing and all this things. So the white man also have voodoo. They have their own spirits. If today, because of business, they use Christianity as an upfront way to convince and take advantage of others, that's it. But they know what spirituality is. When King Charles was being inaugurated, didn't you see him going to some stone to go and pray there? Why did he go to pray at that stone? Or they brought a stone, they put goat inside a coat and he was walking around. What do you people think? So the white man also know what voodoo is. If you don't know, they know. So it's not limited to us. Yeah. And then we have a Zeal Harris says, if a diviner must move away from a place that has the tools and materials they use to divine, how might they go about finding new tools and materials to use in the foreign place? It depends on what that diviner is using. Because most of the things that you use as tools, you can find them anywhere. The only problem would be herbs that probably in temperate zones, the herbs that grow in our, what do you call it, equatorial areas may not be growing in temperate zones, but whichever way, you can still buy herbs that are dry. You can still dry your herbs and get your tools ready to go. So, because the spirit can work anywhere. Spirits are not limited by time, place, or person. They can be anywhere and they can function anywhere if only you have a spirit that is a real spirit that works with you. Space and time does not mean anything. You can be anywhere and you can work anywhere once you know what you are doing and you know what you will need. Thank you. And then we have a Senator Kwame said, do we have herbs for the days of the birth? I don't know. You asked this question somebody asked this question many times. I don't know whether they have herbs for the days of the of birth. There is possibility they may have. I don't know about it. I don't teach what I don't know. Thank you. And then the lady says, good evening, brother Senna. Please educate me on this. When a far initiate goes to an Amegashi to call his or her Jogbese, and the Jogbese says he or she should perform the Selili, is it Bokor who is to perform the Selili or the Amegashi? Please press that the bottom. Maybe where. Or is it the Amegashi or this? You see, the problem we have now is in the olden days, it is not the Amegashi who actually make a say for people. A say is most of the time done by Voodoo, Si Uhuno, and maybe Bokor. But these days, Amegashi are now doing a Selili and all that. It is up to you if you went to an Amegashi to do a reading and the reading is real, because there are some people who are just talking. They're using psychology to do a reading. They know that maybe at your age you should marry, and there are so many people using cleverness to beat people, and they call it spirituality. Spirituality is real. So if the Amegashi is a real Amegashi or this and a very good one, and is able to do a reading and identify that your essay, you need to set up your essay lily. You can also ask the Amegashi to find out whether she or he or she is the one to set up your essay for you, or you should go to a Bokor. And there are so many Bokors who does not know how to make essay, and also there are so many Amegashis who may not know how to put essay. People make a mistake setting up a 7, which is the negative destiny, and give it to you to go and keep in your hand. You are killing yourself. You are destroying your everything, because they don't know how to do it, but they want the money, so they will not be able to put the real essay for you. There was this lady that was living in the US who some time ago called me that she got an essay made in Benin. So I asked her, and since that essay was made for her, she had been having problem. I said, no one can set up essay for you and you have a problem. So I asked her, how was it done, if you could remember. Then she said, oh, they took her fingernails and other things and put inside the essay and set it up for her. And I said, that is supposed to be a negative essay. It's never supposed to come to your house. It's supposed to be thrown away. But if they made that one for you and you took it and you are keeping it, you are destroying yourself, because you are just inviting the negative things to come and destroy you, because that person probably had not known or learned how to make essay, but he had stayed with someone who was doing a negative essay for somebody, and that's he had that here and that, or that's how it, and then they did it for you, so they will just put you in a problem, and you have problem all along. So if the Amegashi knows how to do the essay properly, yes, of course, she can set up the essay for you. But if you feel that it is not okay, then go to 2 or 3. Minori. Go to 2 or 3 other people so that you confirm what the Amegashi is saying. When you do a reading, don't limit yourself to one Bokor or one Huno. Go to another Bokor, so that you make sure what you are hearing is the same thing. Then you now decide what to do. Especially, we have so many people who call themselves Bokor, but they are not Bokor. Bokor only when you are initiated into Afa. But most people do not know the difference between a person called Bokor and a person called Huno. They just mix everything and say whatever they want to say. So if you go to one Bokor, it is good for you to go to another Bokor to confirm what you heard from the other side. So by making 3 different places, you will be able to identify the truth in the reading. But if you have gone to all the 3 places and the readings are all different, then what they are telling you is not true. Because Afa is supposed to, if the Bokor is good, the Afa is supposed to tell you what is happening in your life and also to tell you what is going to happen later. So if Afa, they are not able to tell you like that, then you are not at the right place. Look for the right teacher. Delali, thank you very much. We have Deus Caritas Esther say that happy birthday Togbe Seda Voncujovi. Thank you very much, Deus. We are very grateful that you joined the section. We are grateful. And then Deus Caritas they say yes, yes, Lord. Okay, thank you. A lot of love, right? Okay. Then Deus Caritas say they also give the King of England a herbal bath by the bishop that was originally only from England. Yes, of course. So when people think that white people don't have voodoo or they don't deal with voodoo, it's a lie. White people have voodoo, and sometimes their voodoo it was quite strong. That's why they were able to convince our people to live their own. But we didn't know. So people thought that it's only a black man who killed chicken on their voodoo, and then that's called voodoo. They may not kill chicken, but there are some other things they will do. They may even kill human beings, but you will not know. Yeah, because when they talk about the Great Britannia, what is the Great Britannia? Is it not a rock in the sea? It's a rock in the sea. That's what the Great Britannia is. It's a rock in the sea, and each time a ship passes through, they have to break a drink on it. So what is that? Is it not a voodoo? It's not a throw. When we sit down here, we think that only black people get voodoo. They get. Not that they came to take it from us. They have their own. When you go into most of this Vikings history, you realize that they always have a spiritualist who guide them on everything that they do, and they deal with spirit of nature until Christianity came to wipe away those things, and they started persecuting people who were natural spiritualists. So we should not ever be thinking that the white man doesn't have voodoo. They do. When you were watching Sinbad movie and all this, what were they? I did not tell you about the spirit, Sinbad and the sailor or whatever. Eh?
Yes.
Sinbad. So, so they do have. So we shouldn't be thinking that the white man doesn't have voodoo. And moment our people see you, a white man with you, and they say, "Why are you giving our ancestors to them?" Nobody's giving ancestors to them. They get their own. Okay, so we have Diego Williams say, "Father, I need your bracelet, some number to call." I don't sell bracelet, I'm sorry. You say your shikpi, they will give you the why my own. I don't sell bracelet, I'm sorry. I don't sell spiritual paraphernalia. It's not something I sell. I initiate people. When I initiate people, then I give. It's not something I'm selling to people. Sorry. Oh, the truth is the truth.
Yes.
I don't sell. Then we have why Raj say, Alafia, uncle. Many blessings to you and your family. Thank you very much, Raj. Hope you are fine and everything. Alafia. Thank you. And then we have Dawn saying hi. Hello, Dawn. Thank you very much for joining the section. We are going to close today's section very soon because it's a good day, and we are going to celebrate Sena's birthday. My friends and my families are started arriving, so we want to ask a question. Okay, speak loudly.
Please, if you are initiating meeting, can you also begin to change?
Yes, you can if you want to. Some of the fathers and pastors, they are already initiated. They even have the bracelet on their altar. They pray there when they go work. Some put on a waist. I have initiated some fathers. And this in Father. I will not mention his name. I've initiated fathers. Pastors to even a few days ago, we prepared some pastors before we are coming here. So it's not that. So you can still go to church. It doesn't mean anything. But the problem is that when you go to church and you wear this bracelet, A lot of people who are negative, they'll tell you it's not good so that they can have access to you, so they can destroy you. And when they are trying and they are not getting their way, they will start to discourage you that, hey, why are you wearing this? It's an old thing. And these days, young people should not supposed to wear this thing, as if the thing is on their wrist. It's not on their wrist, but they are worried. Yeah. Why they are worried? Because the energy from this thing is disturbing their energy. Yes. So they will complain. Yes. And if you are not very wise, you will hear it and throw it away, and tomorrow they will catch you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for that beautiful question. Yes. We are done. Okay. Thank you all very much for today's section. I'm very grateful that you were all here and contributing and helping this program go on. ReVodution is 10 years old, and Senna is 30 years old. Sure. Because he started it when he was 20 years old. All right. So now ReVodution is 10 years old. So each 10 years that will come, ReVodution will grow 10 years and Senna will grow 10 years. Thank you all very much for today, and I hope to see you again next week, Sunday, at our base in Accra when I take my seat. Otagwe mama pete mi dakpe, idi fe nu poto kele nu poto sa nu poto viviti nu poto audi dava mechi ava. Abagble uri pe vi wa dakpe ejaga. Ba gbodo vi me kwachi agbodo bozuma le hla obeto me yo mi ara keke dagbe. E me yo afana go nu afagbo manche so pe to so le me dakpe abidi. Me yo pali gbe meji eku meji wole meji di meji loso meji moli meji abla meji akla meji guda meji sa meji ka meji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pali che tula me yo. Klebo vire ke me kwa to ba do kwa me to ba de nya de ma fo ina dilo. Gong. Dagbe jime yo mi lo. Asinedi don't ever ago ne di le mi abeponu. Mere kama wo hundore eno ya du. Gbere. Hundore boko ago re e di la mi beponu. Mere kama cho hang up lo hun ponu afo e plo ne. Dagbe lo. Me bia. Yo, thank you all very much, and I'll see you again. Ever. Bye-bye.